What's happening? This is day 4 on the road to 1000 elo, playing 10-minute rapids. I suck at chess, as you all know by now, for those who have watched. I started at a 716 elo. I've won some, I've lost some, and I'm currently at 573 elo. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. I've been watching a little bit of chess here and there where I can online to try and get some tips, and I think the one tip that springs to mind is don't play hope chess, which is easier said than done. Let's get into this. 10 minutes, let's go. Okay, we're white, so gonna go with a little opener that I've seen Hiraku Nakamura do. Right, so what are you targeting? You're targeting that. If you were to take that, I could then take you on d3 with the queen. Or I could even take you with my king's bishop. So one attacker versus two defenders. So I'll continue my development. Priorities to get all my pieces out. Bishop. Okay, again. What have you really done there? Nothing that I can see. So I'm just going to continue to develop. Develop. Castle. Knight covering. Knight. Okay. So what do I want to do now? Obviously, I don't want to lose my knight to a stinky pawn. I could develop to d5, which will protect my pawn on e4, will protect the knight if I move there. And then the knight will then be targeting that pawn, which obviously I won't be able to take, but nevertheless, out the way. I can always come back if he pushes. Okay. So basically, he's playing counteract chess. So he's just sort of countering what I'm doing. So technically, I could right now just scatter his pawns all over the show because I sort of know he's going to take the bait. So if I move there, then what? All your pawns are out? I could let you take and then open up the file to the king. You take, I take. Do you know what? I think I like that plan. It's a bit risky, but I'm gonna do it. In the meantime, I'm gonna castle. Okay. Now I take. I can either put my king or my rook on e1. Hop my knight out the way. And that's a check. Then he will have to obviously block it. But that's long term. Short term, what have I got going on? The pawn on d5 isn't hanging. I've still got to watch out for the threat of his bishop. Obviously, I'm covering that. I could develop my other piece. Okay. I'm thinking maybe develop my... If I put my queen on e1, yeah. Long gone silver. Long gone silver. He could smell what the rock was cooking. He didn't like the smell of the food in the kitchen, and he bounced. Look, I'll take the win. I'll take the win. Not my proudest win, but I'll take it nonetheless. So, not gonna do the analysis. If I start getting some likes on this channel and people start subscribing, I'll purchase the monthly thing so we can start reviewing the games, see where I've gone right and where I've done all right and where I've gone wrong. So that's one game done. Let's see where the ELO's at after that. 602. No! It's getting scary out here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get straight into these. Okay, well, whites again. We're going to go with the same opener. Again. Pawn on G2, push 1. Bishop out. Pony out. Castle. He's attacking. I'm defending. Also want to get this pawn out. The D2 to D3, so I can push. He's attacking. I'm defending. Obviously, the queens are exposed if he does. Because if he takes, I take, you take, I take, but then I can still castle. I suppose so, can he? But I don't really want to go down that road, do you know what I mean? What I want to do now, okay, so obviously the easy option would be to take, but then his queen's bishop will take me, so I'm not going to do that. But what does that knight do? So, yeah, you could hop in. You could hop in. I could take. I could take. I could push and get rid. Because remember, he's in my half. And I don't like that. I'll tell you what I could do. Yeah, because if I push 1, I'm defending and I'm pushing. I'm going to do that. Neutralize the initial threat. Okay. Oh, he's going for the quick checkmate. So now basically what I have to do, push the pawn forward, or knight takes. Yeah, I'm gonna move my knight because I don't want to waste a pawn's position. Because obviously that pawn's the... Okay. So I need to take this pawn. Because obviously, like I say, if I take with my knight, his queen's on. And that's a checkmate. Because he's got his knight defending. Which we don't want. Another thing I could do is just take the knight. He takes, and the threat. So take. Or I'm thinking knight to G2, defending both. And then attack. Yeah, do that. He takes. I take. You could then take, but then I'll take again. And if you don't take, I can take. So I take, you take, I take. And if you don't take, I take. His knight on g4. Because I don't want to take with my pawn on h3, because then I cross my pawns on a g file. Okay, so he's threatening my queen. Yeah, I can take with my king. Oh yeah, because look, he's forking me. So I'm going to have to take. Spoils the castle, but at this point, I push both of these pawns forward. Makes no odds, really. So now I'm in check. Best place to move. First things first, I can't take out the check with an attack. I could push the pawn forward. You take. What does that really do? It would open up the file to his king, which I could instantly... Oh no, because then I'll still be in check. I'm thinking if I just push the king to g2, then I cover the bishop so that the queen can't come down. But this... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And then I want to get my rook onto e1 to pin his king. He'll probably castle now, to be fair. If he's got any sense. Which he hasn't. So I could take... I don't want to lose the bishop, because all the queen has to do is drop to f2, and that's checkmate. So I need to take... Hello, I could take with my pawn, but if I do that, what does that really do? It puts the pawn on the king file, which I'm trying not to do because I'm trying to open that file up. However, if I take with my knight on c3, then that forks his bishop and his queen. Damn, Smokey! Obviously, he's not developed any of these pieces. I've got entry point to also put pressure on his queen, the backing of the knight. Obviously, he's going to save his queen. He's probably considering maybe... No, he can't move there. He could move there. Okay. Again, if he goes there, that's checkmate, isn't it, I think? So basically, I need to take this bishop out whatever happens. So it's sort of going to be... Because then he can't bring his queen in. Because it won't have the backing of the bishop. So I'm just going to take it. Get rid. Okay. That was obvious. So now I'm going to put his king in check. But the best way to do that... Is there a way I can do it and then take his queen out in the same breath? If I think I want to push it forward and then bring the rook behind it. If he brings his queen straight down... Yeah, because then I'm still covering that. Nothing there. Yeah, do that. So he's in check. He's obviously going to move, I reckon. Or not. Okay. Now... I'm going to bring my bishop out and then try and put some pressure on the queen. What are you doing? You go there, you get taken. You go there, you get taken. Okay, so all my pieces are developed. I've got the rooks backing each other. King's tucked away. got a threat on. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. Is there anything else? Yeah, I'm going to take his rook out. Just get rid of it nice and quick. 4 minutes left on the clock. Okay, so you're going to take me straight after, but a bishop for a rook. Oh, no. Now I'm going to have to neutral. See, now if I move the king, I will lose my bishop. So I'm not going to get his rook anymore, so it's just a piece for a piece, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Unless... Yeah, it's done. If he moves there, then what? Rook's on, but I'll take you. Pressure on his queen. I have to start just moving faster. He's coming for this. Pyramid scheme. You go. I go. Okay. He's coming for the jugular. So what happens if I go here? You're going to drop one. Or I push forward, you take... No, I don't like any of that. Push one. Pressure on the knight. Do that. He needs to move that. Otherwise, it's good night. Potential threat. Two minutes on the clock. I need to just respond fast now. That's where I could end up losing. But I've not got the worst pawn structure. Okay. Kind of want to get this rook out and get it involved. Maybe threaten it, because if I can drag his rooks out and we exchange rooks and then get my queen on that back rank somehow, he's got his 3 pawns covering him. So maybe that's what I'll do. Try and get my rook across. Push my bishop up. Threaten the knight. Rook across. Let him do the trading. Something like that. That's done nada. Right, I'll get my rook across first. And then I'll put pressure on with the bishop. Okay. Pressure on my rook. So we're going to trade now. Or do I let... Oh, yeah, I have to take him. I don't know if that's the right move. But we're going with it anyway. If I bring my bishop out, he takes... No. It's a shame that this bishop's not on the white file. Great. $52 left. I'm just going to have to go on instinct now. And avoid blue squares. Oh no. This ain't cool. This ain't cool at all. Okay, if I go straight up now though. I might be able to do a little dance. Oh no. Oh no, what? I didn't do that. The hell? I didn't click that. That literally just done that on its own. Oh. That's weird, mate. That is seriously weird. No jokes. I swear to God, I did not do that. Checkmate. Checkmate. This guy sucks as well. What is going on? Is he real? Hang on, are we going to get a draw here? If he does that one more time, isn't that a draw? Go on, do it again. Well done. Took your time. What happened there? I need to go back and see that queen move. Right. I didn't do that. I was literally saying I'm going to move up there. Then his knight put me in check. So I came here to move my king. But instead, the computer moved my queen and took the knight. And I didn't do any of that. So, how long have we been recording? 23 minutes. We're in for one more. Let's go. Need that win. Less farting around. Okay, so we're blacks. Okay. He's got his pyramid. Blocked himself in. Do I capitalize on that, or do I just continue to develop? Just continue to develop, Max. Who do you think you are? Okay. I feel like I need to also create a pyramid, but then again, nah, don't block your pieces in. Get them out. So you got your bishop. Could bring your queen. That bishop's blocked in. What are you doing? You're trying to get your rook out or something. I'm gonna meet this. Stop whatever this advancement is. Got my bishop going. Okay. Right. So basically, he's just advancing all his pawns. If I can't take advantage of that, I suck. So what I want to do is try and conquer this center. Forget these. Conquer the center. How can I do that utilizing my pieces? You know what I'm saying? So, if I push that pawn, he takes, I take, opening up the file. That's what I'm going to do. I've also got my queen. So with this, he's expecting me to take, but if I just push forward, it stops that attack. Yeah, he could now push that pawn, sorry, which I could take. So now what? That attack's come to nothing. If I bring my queen across, and then you drop that pawn to take, I just take you. And then my queen can then start joining the attack. Got my pawn, my bishop protecting the pawn on d5. Do I advance? I'm gonna bring my queen across first to protect this pawn because it's hanging. And then I'm gonna bring out a second knight. Forget castling. What are you doing then? So you come down. I take. Sweet. Or you go that way. I take. If you went there. I take. If you went there. I take. You take. If I push. You take. If I bring my knight out. Yeah. I'm considering get my queen out. So now he's sort of blocked that in. If I bring my queen out here, oh no, I could be taken that way. Yeah, damn. If I take, you take. Open up the queen. If I castle. Do you know what? I might bring this pawn forward. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring this pawn forward. And just sort of get that barrier. So now you're threatening my bishop. If you take my bishop, I can take your bishop. So I'm not going to come storming into you just so you can take me. I'll wait. I could take, you take, I take, you take. I fancy, you know what? I think I'm going to castle and get my rook. Get my rooks central. That's what I'm going to do. Get my rooks. Okay. We anticipated that. So now. Okay. I could take with my knight. You got undeveloped pieces. And then the knight will then be scot-free to take again. And put pressure on the queen. I could take with my bishop. I think I'm going to take with the knight. And keep that rook from coming down. And also, it's in a good position. Like, once this is gone, this pawn, this bishop single-handedly cuts off a nice portion of the board. Yeah. I've also got my knights back in each other. So I could take, and then you're going to take, potentially bring your queen in. Let you take me. But then I need to get my knight out of the way first. Can I put my knight in a better location? Or, forget all that, I just take this pawn, threaten the queen, and then you're not going to take this, and then I take you anyway. Sounds like a plan. Okie dokie, Harry Potter. And now when I take you, you can't take because the pawn's back in the knight. It's like it's all written in the stars, Harry Potter. Okay. So you want me to take you with my queen so you can take me with your bishop. Good one. How about I just take you with my knight instead? And then you take me, and then I take you. Sounds a bit better, doesn't it? Potter. Ooh. Scurry Murray. So now what? I take your pawn, put you in check, and just start doing the dance. So what? I put you in check and then take your rook. Okay. He's got no bishops left on the board, so... Oh, okay, I can't do that. However, I could... put some pressure on your queen. But then you're probably going to do the same to me. Do I just keep it simple? Yeah, because if I push the pawn, then I can come in. Because the pawn will back the queen. And then I'm pretty sure that's would have been checkmate if he didn't do that. However, now... Bring in the bishop, put some pressure on his queen. Sorry, the knight. Don't like this. Don't like this one bit. If I bring the queen down... Again. I might have to stop playing half-an-hour games. And forget this 10-minute one. I think that's what I'm going to do next time. Because this is stupid. He's probably going to do that. If he does, I can take his knight. If not, put the king in check. 45 seconds on the board. Oh, has he just lost his queen? He's just lost his queen. check, take, check. Didn't go for it. Oh yeah. Oh, god damn. It sucks ass. I'm not doing the 10-minute games anymore. There's not enough time to think. It ain't real chess, is it? I'm not good enough. It's like I'm trying to play tactically, but then you're just playing people who are just throwing anywhere. It does my head in. That really does my head in. Get out, Fiat modes. 5, 4, 6. What I don't understand is, how can I be like 600 and then 5, 4, 6 after 2 games? How am I losing 50 points in 2 games? That does not make sense. Honestly, that infuriates me. I can't even lie. But yeah, like time. We're swapping the 10 minutes to half an hour as of the next game. Day 5. I'm not doing this anymore. This is stupid. Running out of time. So yeah. If you've enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, no.